Tomorrow evening, the city of Ingleside will be under a water boil notice. Water will be turned off in select streets Monday evening for a few hours starting at 10 p.m. The water boil will be effective for all Ingleside residents. Our Madeline Salinas joins us in studio to tell us what Ingleside residents should know about the water boil. Madeline?
Thanks, Lexus. Those streets that will have their water turned off for a few hours tomorrow include Houston Street to Avenue G and from Highway 361 and Main Street to 6th Street. The Ingleside city manager tells 3 News that the work they're doing now is part of a bigger project that is set to improve the city's drainage system.
The thing is TCEQ, the Texas Department of Environmental Quality, they do require us to notify our citizens when we do drop below a certain water pressure. And that's what's happening on this project that we're going to start on Monday evening.
The city of Ingleside will be working to complete the Houghton project, a $3.3 million drainage project funded by the Texas General Land Office. City manager Brent Lewis says the project is at a point where the water main needs to be lowered. He says only one valve near Highway 361 being able to shut off water in the project area is the reason for people needing to boil their water out of precaution.
But it does not shut it off enough to do the work. It'll still be low pressure. Therefore, to lower that main, we are required to go ahead and cut the main. We're going to put 2 valves in, which will help isolate this at future dates and then lower the main.
Lewis says the water boil could last anywhere between 24 and 48 hours. Once the mains are put back into service, the city will have to follow water testing protocol.
We will have to do sampling across the city, send in the tests, we'll get the results back, and then if it shows there's no bacteria in it, then we'll be okay, and then we'll lift the water boil.
Lewis says that during that water boil, the water will be safe to bathe in. But if you are cooking, you will need to boil that water before you use it. When boiling your water, it is important to remember to make sure it reaches a rolling boil and that you continue to heat it for 2 more minutes. For updates on Ingleside's water boil status, you can visit their website. We'll have a link to that along with this story at KIIITV.